Welcome to the bold analysis. During the nominations of political parties, political pundits were really wondering the kind of glue that Deputy President William Ruto was using to hold together the leaders even after the nomination fallout. And when we understand that there were leaders that were promised to join the presidential team, others were promised nomination slots. But as times goes by, it seems that what people were promised was not delivered, or there are signs that they will not be delivered. And this is at the center of a crack that is happening in Kiambu. Yesterday, I analyzed about an altercation between Kimani Wamatangi and Kiambu, the former Kiambu governor, William Kabogo. And that altercation played out publicly, and of course, in my previous analysis, I talked about this. Today, the 16th of May, Gachagua led another team of UDA leaders then to campaign in Kiambu. So in the second day of his tour of Kiambu, Moses Kuria and William Kabogo chickened out of those rallies. I think it was advisable for them to do that. And today, Kimani Ichung'wah, who had not attended the yesterday's rally, attended and was there. I had not seen Isaac Mwaura the other day, but Isaac Mwaura then was with Rigathi Gachagua and Gedhoni wa Mushomba and the whole UDA team from Kiambu. And I think something that you can see that is playing out Kiambu is that there was a deliberate plan to isolate. Yesterday, I thought it was only Kabogo, but there was a deliberate plan to isolate Moses Kuria and Kabogo. Moses Kuria made a post in his Facebook page immediately after that altercation, and he said that he was not going to apportion blame to either Wamatangi or Kabogo. However, there is something he said that then was very contradicting, because he mentioned that despite the fact that the primary goal of Kenya Kwanza was the call for unity and defeating the politics of deceit and conmanship, UDA was backstabbing the two of them, and UDA party had warned the MCAs and area leaders against associating with both Kuria and William Kabogo. So this is something that is here. What is the denominator between Kuria and Kabogo is both of them are Kiambu gubernatorial candidates. So those of two you cannot wish away. Secondly, the fact that Moses Kuria skipped that rally was also significant, because was also very key, because today's rallies were also held in Gatundu South, which is the home constituency of Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua are the members of the Economic Council. Remember, after Rigathi Gachagua was picked, and I remember analyzing in this channel that the reason why Deputy President had tactically tried to give Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua that opportunity is because they wanted them to have that synergy. The truth of the matter is, even after nomination of Rigathi Gachagua, the Mount Kenya UDA team has lacked this synergy. There is no coherence, because Moses Kuria has been playing more of national politics, and even today, Moses Kuria also skipped William Ruto's rally in Kisii. Now, three things happened. One, Moses Kuria held a meeting with William Kabogo. This is the photo you're seeing here. This meeting has some political significance. Then today, when Rigathi Gachagua was campaigning somewhere in Gatundu, I'm told this is close to Moses Kuria's place, I want you to watch what happened, because Kimani Wamatangi found the ground very hostile. Now, let us look at this video.
Asanteni sana. Kabe kemoria kiulieni wakati mwingine.
That is a situation where things were not very easy for one Kimani Wamatangi. So they campaigned and the campaign went on well. And somewhere also just within Gatundu, I'm told, I think this was close to Chweri, Rigathi Gachagua was heckled. And this heckling, the issue was not even the fact that he was heckling. I want you to watch that video and look at the way he reacted. His reaction to that heckling tells the kind of a leader Rigathi Gachagua is, because the heckling is not a new thing. Rigathi Gachagua had been heckled somewhere in Kirinyaga when they were with actually Anne Waiguru. Even William Ruto has been heckled. Politicians are being heckled. But there is something that they ignore on how you handle, because heckling is a sign of rebellion or it is a sign of internal sabotage. Either rebellion is from the ground, or two is internal sabotage, where people maybe are organizing. For example, in Kiambu, perhaps even the Kabogo and Moses Kuria can plant some good somewhere to heckle him. So how you handle those people is very important, because it projects image to the voters. Watch Rigathi Gachagua.
Nimesikia hii ni mkutano ya UDA. Mwende mtafuke Raila Odinga na Mama Karoa, mkuje mfanye mkutano wenu. Nimesikia hii ni mkutano ya UDA. Mwende mtafuke Raila Odinga na Mama Karoa, mkuje mfanye mkutano wenu. Nimesikia hii ni mkutano ya UDA. Mwende mtafuke Raila Odinga na Mama Karoa, mkuje mfanye mkutano wenu. Nimesikia hii ni mkutano ya UDA. Mwende mtafuke Raila Odinga na Mama Karoa, mkuje mfanye mkutano wenu.
So ladies and gentlemen, if you look at those two, and this happened before Moses Kuria met Kabogo. So you can even refer to that. What do you think was at the center of, what do you think was discussed between Moses Kuria and Kabogo? These are two veteran politicians in Kiambu. And I beg to be challenged. You cannot wish away the influence of Moses Kuria. Even though my position is, if election was to be held there, Moses Kuria will be the last. Nyoro, Wamatangi, Kabogo, Wajango, all of them can flow Moses Kuria. That was my position. But again, you cannot wish away their influence. What do you think was at the center of that? Are they planning to meet William Ruto? And again, if I see a situation where the Kenya Kwanza did not manage the crisis well, because the crisis was, the issue of them fighting is not a problem. The issue is that altercation happening in public. So the image, and you know Deputy President is a man of good optics. He has always wanted to have good optics. The image was the image of cracks and splits in Kiambu. The same day, because I believe that if William Ruto wanted to arrest the situation, was just to call Kabogo, Kuria, and the rest of the team, sit down, iron out these issues, so that the next day they move on to campaign trail like nothing happened. Most importantly, maybe William Ruto did not handle the situation well. This might be my understanding. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think can play out? Or in the near future, with these cracks emerging, what do you think can happen to Kenya Kwanza, Central Kenya? Kindly subscribe to my channel and also click the notification bell so that when I publish a video, you will always be receiving notification. And thank you guys. We are almost heading to 25,000 subscribers, which is a target for this month. Now, the joint meeting between Moses Kuria and William Kabogo you can interpret it in different forms. But one thing that you can see there is that in near future, Moses Kuria and Kabogo might sabotage William Ruto, not only in central Kenya, but in the larger central Kenya region. Ask me why or how. Moses Kuria has a party known as Chama cha Kazi. William Kabogo has Tujibebe party. One thing that you have seen of late is UDA Chama cha Kazi candidates stepping down in favor of UDA. For example, and at some point they confront. For example, let's look at Dagoretti, I think it is Dagoretti South, where John Kuria is facing competition from a Chama cha Kazi candidate. I think someone called Mekinya, if I'm not wrong, is a lady. And William Ruto had been calling on Kuria to make sure that that candidate steps down for KJ. And KJ had gone to public rallies in Dagoretti South saying that Kuria had accepted the candidate to step down. In the eye of the kind of rejection that Gachagua is also going through, and cannibalization of the political parties and these political stalwarts, you will see and experience a low politicians now toning down on attacking the president. Because the script was, William Ruto has always wanted to have the young politicians from Mount Kenya, or rather the upcoming politicians, the Moses Kurias, the Ndindinyoro, the Gachagua, and the team, so that they are alternative to the regional kingpin, to the kingpin who is President Uhuru Kenyatta. And that is the script that was well packaged by the Hustler Nation narrative. So the Hustler Nation was making to make sure that the young politicians coalesce around him. The power of these politicians, they get clout in the community by attacking the president. And Moses Kuria was leading this onslaught. Now expect a situation where they're going to tone down. And if you want to know, this is a probability. Kabogo, before that rally, the day before yesterday, I think that was probably on Monday, was telling the Mount Kenya voters that you don't need to vote to punish President Uhuru. You just need to vote to look for your leaders. So that is also something. And the issue about Mount Kenya is very complicated for deputy president. Moses Kuria and Kimani and Kabogo is representing also the voice of Mwangi Kiunjuri in Laikipia. How about if the voices of dissent mobilize and they all galvanize anti-Gachagua rebellion in Mount Kenya? By the way, let me say this. Anti-Ruto rebellion cannot gain momentum, but anti-Gachagua rebellion can gain very good momentum, because Gachagua is a candidate that is facing a lot of attacks from Martha Karua supporters and Azimio supporters, and his personality has also been under scrutiny. The way he talks, and you've seen this narrative of give Gachagua the microphone so that atasema kitu baya. You see, so he's already a very vulnerable person. If Kabogo Moses Kuria join with the Mwangi Kiunjuri then to form anti-Gachagua movement, and part of this team can be Ketu Waruguru. I am not seeing Ketu Waruguru in the rallies. Another team can be the Tarakaniti team that feel that leaving Kithure Kindiki for Rigathi Gachagua was an insult to them. So anti-Gachagua can be a very good trap, and this can put William Ruto and transform. With this, they will arrest his 2022 bid and put in their pocket, because the transmission, I think now after picking Gachagua, William Ruto has tried then to focus more on the other areas so that Gachagua can take care of central Kenya, noting that Martha Karua is proving not to be a pushover. These two leaders can create a center of power within Kenya Kwanza, and that center of power can hold Ruto at ransom. This is what can play out. When Moses Kuria and William Kabogo feel like they are being left out, but they are within Kenya Kwanza, there are many leaders in that coalition that still don't have anything tangible. I am, maybe it's been promised behind closed doors, but Justin Muturi's influence in Kenya Kwanza is questionable, is low. He's very vulnerable, and he's a very close friend to President Uhuru Kenyatta. And I just want you to look at this. Ketu Waruguru lost nominations, and her name was not submitted as part of the party list to be nominated as member of parliament, even though that was promised. But I understand her name is not there. Number 3, even Amason King in Mombasa, in Kilifi, knows very well that he cannot deliver the 30%, 50% that is needed of him. Alfred Mutua cannot deliver the 30% that is needed of him. Moses Kuria can galvanize another center of power within Kenya Kwanza, and that center of power will be these small parties putting Ruto at ransom that, please tell us what you're going to give us. Now, without that, we are going to break the house down. This is a possibility because there is a general consensus that Raila Odinga might win the presidency. And then everyone might find for any other reason for him to leave Kenya Kwanza and join Azimio la Umoja, whether in public or behind the scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, in this analysis, I want you to look at it critically and find out what do you think can happen to Central Kenya between now and general election.